Call to order the local planning agency meeting of March 22nd, 2022. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please call the roll.
Chair Compact,
Here.
Vice Chair Kurzman,
Yes.
Board Member Campo,
Here.
Board Member Fender,
Here.
Board Member Mayfield.
Here.
Okay, next item is the public comment. I do have one public comment, but is this for the meeting or for the
For the regular meeting.
regular meeting? Okay, great. Are there any additions, deletions, or changes to the agenda? If not, I'll accept the motion.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Vice Chair Kurzman,
Yes.
Board Member Campo,
Yes.
Board Member Fender,
Yes.
Board Member Mayfield,
Yes.
Chair Compact.
Yes. Approval of the December 14th, 2021 meeting minutes. Is there a motion to approve those?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Please call the roll.
Board Member Campo.
Could you pass on me just for a
Sure.
minute? I'm sorry.
Board Member Fender,
Yes.
Board Member Mayfield,
Yes.
Chair Compact,
Yes.
Vice Chair Kurzman,
Yes.
Board Member Campo.
Yes.
Okay, I'll take a motion for approval of the agenda next. Oh, we already did that, didn't we?
We did.
We did, okay. All right, so the next item is the public hearing, first reading of ordinance on number 441, lots reduced for public purpose. And Mr. Torsivia, if you would please read the ordinance title into the record.
Thank you. Ordinance number 441 is an ordinance of the Town Commission of the Town of Sewalls Point, amending the Town of Sewalls Point Code of Ordinances, Subpart B, Land Development Regulations, Chapter 82, Zoning, Article 4, Districts and District Regulations, Division 1 in general, by adding Section 82-203, lots reduced for public purpose, providing for severability, the repeal of loss and conflict codification, and an effective date.
Thank you. We'll open the public hearing. Are there any comments, public comments? Seeing none, we'll close the public hearing. Are there any discussion among the board?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I think this is great work, and I think very efficient and timely. I just wondered on the percentages, 50% and 90%, if you think that's going to give us enough latitude.
Well, it's really a policy. We had that conversation Ms. Hudson and I did today about how that's ultimate policy decision. The 50% would be 50% of the current 30,000. So that would be 15,000 square feet for any lots in R1. The project that we're talking about, I think the answer is yes. It should give us the flexibility in terms of the town as a whole. That's up to you all. And then the 90% would be any other district, which is primarily the commercial district.
Mr. Hudson?
Yes, I did receive a comment from a resident who suggested that we could perhaps clarify the 50% so that someone doesn't think that like a 15,000 square foot lot could be reduced by 50%. So we may want to add in like a parenthetical caption there, not less than 15,000 square feet.
Okay.
I like that.
Commissioner Mayfield?
What if the property, I'm not sure what the odds are that this would actually occur, but what if the property was one of those ones that were grandfathered in because they were developed before those certain dates, like the 15,000 square foot requirement and the, whatever the other one was?
Right,
Okay.
that would still be minimum 15,000 square feet.
So you would not be able to do it on a lot like that if we put in the 15,000?
And even if you didn't, that's the intent. So if it clarifies it,
Okay.
that's my understanding is your intent is you don't want to go down below 15,000 square feet. So if you happen to have an old 15,000 square foot or 18,000 square foot lot, the most you could reduce, and that's only when the town
Right,
is
when the town,
acquiring
yeah.
for a public purpose. So it's a very limited circumstance that you'd be able to reduce down to 15,000. So if you want to make that clear, that way there isn't that question in the future.
Yeah.
5 years from
Okay.
now, somebody's saying, well, I've got an 18,000 square foot lot, can I reduce it to 9?
Right.
So
Okay.
we happily put that in.
Mr. Campo?
Since there's no more discussion.
Actually, I have an item.
okay.
I would like to ask a question primarily. I was kind of curious if we reduce the, size of the lot, because we're going to use it for public purpose, and let's say the resident wanted to make an addition to their home, and because of the reduced lot size, they didn't have enough permeable land, would they still be allowed to make it based on the original size of the property, or would they not be allowed to make it based on the reduced size of the property? And that might be a very, a minor item that you could handle with a variance or something like that, but I'm just curious. And I don't know if there's anything else that fits into that same category.
That's good.
My judgment is that it would be governed by the 15,000 square feet, and if the town is purchasing the property, that would be taken into consideration in the appraisal, that limitation on their ability to develop it further.
Okay. 'Cause it would seem, that if they have really plenty of room, but it's a little bit short of what required for, permeable property, based on the fact that we've taken away part of their property, they should still be able to do that. And I don't know if the way it's written, it allows us to do that, but maybe that can be handled as a variance. That doesn't bother me if that's what we're thinking
Yeah,
about.
and I think the manager, I see it the same way he does, that you're being compensated for losing, say, 15,000 square feet, and that, I think the appraiser would take that into account, that you'd be losing everything that comes along with that, say, 15,000
Okay.
square feet, whether it's permeable surfaces or anything else, setbacks or anything else. It's all, should be taken into account in the acquisition process.
Okay. Mr. Campo, you wanted to make a motion?
So I'd like to make a motion that we approve ordinance number 441 with the parenthetical clarification after the word 50%, as mentioned by the manager.
We have a second?
Second, yeah.
Any additional comments? Please call the roll.
Board Member Mayfield,
Yes.
Chair Tompak,
Yes.
Vice Chair Kurzman,
Yes.
Board Member Campo,
Aye.
Board Member Fender.
Yes.
Okay, that brings us down to item 8. Any staff closing comments?
None tonight, not
Any,
for this.
any board member closing comments? Looking for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.